Mr. Delgado, nice to see you. William Alexander Delgado, can you tell us a little bit about who you are?
I can. So I am the son of two Cuban immigrants. Grew up in a suburb of Miami called Hialeah, which is the least diverse city in the United States, if you can believe it. It's only the least diverse, though, because it's so predominantly Hispanic. It's over 90-something% Hispanic, so an extremely Hispanic-centric city. From there, I've lived in a number of other cities in the U.S., Norman, Oklahoma, New York City, Los Angeles, and most recently, Louisville, Kentucky. And I am a litigator, and I practice across the country.
Tell me a little bit about why diversity and inclusion is important to you.
Sure. So I think of diversity and inclusion as necessary elements for optimum decision-making and optimum performance. So if you're thinking about how groups make decisions and you're thinking about what that group looks like, what you see in homogeneous groups where everybody kind of looks the same and thinks the same and has had the same life experiences, the way that they may come to a decision is not necessarily the way that a group with more heterogeneity may come to a decision. And time and again, studies have shown that the more heterogeneity and the greater the diversity in a group that is tasked with either making a decision or reaching a particular goal, that heterogeneous group always outperforms the group that is kind of just very similar in its mindset and its characteristics. And so to me, you need to have diversity inclusion in every organization if you ever hope to achieve the peak performance for that organization.
Mr. Delgado, that's a very intellectual, well thought out reality of diversity. I'm proud of you.
Coming from me, it probably shocks you because I know.
Yes.
Yes, I get it.
Exactly.
Most people,
Come up with that.
Yeah, they view me as a guy who wears gold lame pants and does lip sync contests. So I get that sometimes when I get serious, it comes as a real shock.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say one of the things you didn't say when you were saying who you are is you didn't share with everybody that knows you. You have an incredibly great sense of humor, but you'll do that. So tell us this: what's getting you excited about NAMWOLF Week?
So, at the risk of kind of repeating the answers that everybody has already said to date, it's really kind of all of it. I'm excited to see people, even if it's virtually. The reality is, as much as I try to keep in touch with everyone with texts and emails and phone calls and even these Zoom meetings, somebody or groups of somebody always fall through the cracks because there's just not enough time. And these conferences do a great job of bringing everybody together. I'm excited about our speakers. I think we've got a really great lineup of speakers, and both keynote speakers and general counsel panel. So excited about that. Excited about actually having a slate of CLEs that are going to be sequential, so that I can attend as many of them as I can or want to. Sometimes when you're at the actual meeting, they overlap and you have to choose between the two really good CLEs.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
This way you can kind of do all of them if you have the time. And so I'm just excited about all of it. Joel and Jane always do, and the whole team, Charisse, Marika, everybody, Claire, Pat, the staff, they always do such a good job with it. And I have every confidence that the virtual meeting will be just as awesome as the regular.
Wonderful. So let's get down to brass tacks, my friend. Tell us a little bit about your firm.
Sure. So in the NAMWOLF world, DTO is probably still one of the newer kids on the block. The firm was founded last year in May of 2019, and we started with 5 attorneys and 1 paralegal. And let's see, as of August 1st, in a couple of days, we will be 12 attorneys, 2 paralegals, and 3 or 4 staff members. I'm losing track as we keep adding people. We've added somebody every week in the week in July, and I've got 1 more next week. So it's been exciting in terms of how quickly we've been able to grow. We are a full-service boutique, So we do litigation, we do transaction, and we do bankruptcy and insolvency restructuring. We have physical offices in LA, San Francisco, and Louisville, Kentucky. I know it's kind of an odd situation there, but we do have an office there. And we litigate and handle transactional projects all over the country. So the Louisville office helps me kind of get around to Chicago and New York and Florida and Texas and Detroit and some of these other places where I might find myself. So that's DTO in a nutshell.
Glad to have you on board, DTO.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
Thanks, Will. Good to see you, my friend.
You too.